It was an interesting game because it was like, we were just trying to find our way. I thought our guys did a great job of just keeping it close until we could kind of figure it out. But, every time it seemed like we were making a run, you'd look up and we were down by 3, right? We just couldn't find that momentum to put us over the top. But I thought our guys in the fourth quarter, that last 4-minute stretch defensively were phenomenal. And they gave us an opportunity, to go out and win the game.
Tie game, 5 seconds to go. I know you love looking in your huddle and seeing Cade Cunningham across the way. What do you try to design in something like that, and how much do you just let a player be a player?
You just got to get him the ball. Think about the old Doug Collins clip, just get him the ball and get out the way, right? But you try to get the ball in his hands, occupy the guys around him, and you know that Cade's going to be able to get his shot off. Like, he's got the size, he's got the skill. He's going to get his look. We told him to go win the game, and he went and got it done.
I don't know how much coaches and players put stock into a nationally televised game, but to have a season like this that Cade's had, and to be able to do it in front of an audience that may not have seen him as much this season, does that add anything to it at all? Is that something that's meaningful for players?
I'd be lying to you if I said that it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I do feel like guys, especially in our situation, right? I think this is only our second nationally televised game this year.
Mm-hmm.
It goes all the way back to college, being able to play your games, on TV in front of a nationwide audience. But it doesn't change his approach, and it didn't change our team's approach, right? They didn't go out and try to perform for the cameras. They went out to try to win a basketball game, and I thought that's what Cade did. The respect that we're hunting for is the respect of our peers and our opponents. And I think that's what matters most to us, is going out every single night, competing our tails off so that we earn the respect of our peers.
Coach, you mentioned it was like a back and forth for the longest in that fourth quarter, up until like the last 4 to 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. Was there a message that you instilled in your team in order to get them over the hump, to give them that extra lift that they needed?
Yeah, again, I thought we were doing a lot of the right things, so there wasn't much that needed to be changed. But one of the things that I'm assured of is, like, our guys can get stops when needed. And that was the most important thing. Like, our offense, we got enough weapons, it was going to figure itself out. But our guys are playing to win. I thought AT was phenomenal in that stretch. JD was awesome in that stretch. We had so many guys contribute down the stretch to make, offensive rebounds or get a steal or whatever it may be. But they're just doing whatever it takes to win. And I think that was, evident in that last 4 minutes.
Coach, during that last play, obviously you said you wanted to put the ball in Cade's hand, and it seemed like you guys were trying to get Malik Beasley set a pick and maybe get a mid-range jumper. Was that the shot you wanted him to take, that, the 3 over Bam? What were you guys trying to do?
Again, it was simply get the ball to Cade. We trust Cade to go out and close the game and create the shot that he's most comfortable with. We know he's going to get a shot, right? And, tonight he chose that one, and we got the bank and the kiss to go in.
Coach, with victories like the one that we saw just a few minutes ago, can we consider the Pistons as an underdog for the postseason?
I think, that's the mentality that we have. We have the mentality of a bunch of guys that are climbing uphill. And, when you get a group of guys that have that type of mentality, and when they continue to compete and scrap, they're going to make it difficult on anybody. So, we respect all those people that are ahead of us, but we also like our chances if you give us a chance to compete. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks.